Welcome back in. 2 weeks away from Election Day, and several really troubling moments, especially during an interview with MSNBC. President Biden raising questions about his health and what Democrats might be forced to do after the midterms.
Yeah, and for more on this, let's welcome in New York Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. Congresswoman, good morning. We've seen gaffe after gaffe from the president. He continues to get lost on stage yesterday. He didn't know really where to go after a tree planting ceremony. How concerned are you, and how concerned should the American people be?
I think we should be very concerned. This is just a continued pattern. It's daily. I'm just surprised that his handlers, I call them the shadow government behind him that are actually running everything, continue to allow him to do public interviews, to be on the public stage for people to see this in plain sight. And look, just after this incident occurred, or just before this incident occurred, he got up in an interview and said that he was the one that got the student loan debt relief bill passed by a few votes, when he did that as an executive order and it was struck down by the court. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. It's obvious that, he's got issues. This is a guy who is a serial liar, career politician, known for corruption, who's got a corruption scandal swirling around him. If it weren't for the legacy media protecting him, he would be gone if he were a Republican in this same situation. But I joined with Ronnie Jackson, who is a physician, he's a medical doctor, on a letter saying, why aren't we seeing a cognitive test for Joe Biden, just like they demanded of President Trump?
Yeah, and he took it. He took that
Who,
test.
by the way, took one and passed it.
And passed. And he, there were calls for President Trump. It just seems like with Joe Biden, the cheese has sort of slipped off the cracker a little bit here. What do they have to do? And I mean this seriously, after the midterms, let's say they get shellacked and not only do Republicans take the House, they also take the Senate. Are we going to have 2 more years of this? And he's not going to run again in 24. If that's not going to happen, Joe Biden needs to exit stage left at some point or announce that he's going to. Fine, he'll be a lame duck, but that gives whoever's going to run for president in 24 time to, build a campaign and fundraising and all that stuff. How do you expect that to play out?
You just posed some of the scariest questions. Like, number one, if the Republicans don't take back the House and don't take back the Senate, what happens to our country? What happens if this guy and these Democrats who are just looking away, the emperor has no clothes, the old expression, this guy is a disaster and they're doing nothing. They're just saying, well, we're just going to shove through legislation. We're going to do whatever we want. And this guy's going to follow along. We had this. Remember how Joe Biden got in the first place? We had a situation where Bernie Sanders was surging in the polls in the 2020 election in the primary for the Democrats. And the Democrats realized, oh, my gosh, we can't have this guy. He's an independent. He's not even a Democrat, and he's a communist. And we can't have that. And a person like Bernie Sanders, who has a lot of credibility on the ground with the far left and the communists.
Right.
But so all of a sudden, in one day, Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg tearfully got out and backed Joe Biden. You could see that they were struggling to even have to do this. But the false narrative that has been peddled by the left for years about Joe being a moderate and a nice guy, well, all that's gone. And you can see like old reels of Joe Biden sounding more like a moderate, and now him peddling the far left policies that Bernie Sanders would have done, only it's not Bernie Sanders. It's in the vessel of Joe Biden, who, again, I can't emphasize enough, reminds me of a wax figure that just comes out and they steer him around. They might as well have him on a remote control.
Yeah, it's really difficult to watch these moments on stage and interviews. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Great to see you guys.
Good luck in 2 weeks, Congresswoman.
Yes.
Thank you.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the truth. No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.